Alright, welcome everybody to another video. We do have a Kia, I think this is a Kia Picanto. Yep, this is my battery. I tried to start the car earlier and the battery was low, so I put the battery on. Now, let's move into the car and see what is going on. Now, as you can see, somebody else has been in here, and from what I was told, this car has gone to 2 or 3 different shops to sort it out. Apparently there's an immobiliser problem. Now the other shops could not solve the problem, so they've called me. Now you can see here we have another antenna, a coil. There is one on the switch already. Okay, so let's see if this thing starts. First of all, I'm going to turn the key on. Alright, I don't see any immobiliser light, and obviously the reason for the immobiliser light not coming on is because the immobiliser is not recognized. If the key was recognized, then we would have had the light on and we would be able to start the car. Now the first thing I'm going to do, I am going to diagnose the car. I am using my diagnostic tool, which I plugged it into into the OBD port. Let's diagnose it and see what the problem is. Okay. Just a moment. Well, I'm sorry I was interrupted. Let's see what we can do. Health report. Okay, immobiliser. Is that it? Rescan. Immobiliser. Okay. Now the neutral home and neutral is not accepted. Please check the system. Okay, limp home not accepted. Neutral mode. Okay, skip that. Okay, let me go back. Live stream. Select them all. Okay, the ECU status is neutral, which is good. Number of learned keys is 0. Alright. Smart try. This is the immobiliser box. That's good. The key status is not checked. So I've got a key on the ignition. We do have another second key here. Okay. And we have a key on the ignition. Now I'm sorry about the background. It's not the engine running. It's just that there is in here somewhere there is air compressor. All right. Let me see if we can scan this thing. This is a Japanese, no, this is a European, so let me see if it's if he can detect. Let me turn the key on. That's why. Oh, the key is on. I'm sorry. So let's see if this is going to recognize the car automatically. It tells me to enter the VIN. Just enter the VIN. Just bear with me a second. Let me get the VIN number and I'll come back. Okay, that's the VIN number. Enter. Okay, and Kia 2009. I believe this is a 2005, but I'm not 100% sure. The information I had from the guy who asked me to come and have a look at it is not much. I asked him, tell me about the history of it, and he doesn't know exactly what's going on. He told me that they took it to Isuzu. I don't know why Isuzu. They did some things and then they couldn't, the car wouldn't start. So this is a manually selected. Hold on a second. Okay. Picanto, yes, okay. Health report. Engine control module, engine control module, engine control module. Okay, the scanner finish scanning. Let's generate a report. Okay, there are 4 issues. Unleaded generation, unleaded gen. Okay, what that means I don't know. Okay, P1693 immobiliser transponder error. Immobiliser transponder error 1693. We go to this again, the same information, same fault code, and this is the airbag. I don't think it's going to be the same, so it doesn't matter. Ignition voltage low. Yep. That we know. Okay, so our problem is the immobiliser transponder error and nothing else. So what I'm going to do, because I know for these cars the problem it's the coil. It's the coil. Usually the connections on here, they don't connect very well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to work on the one that's on the car, and I'm going to spray contact cleaner, and I'm going to see and make sure that the connectors are touching, and the other end of the connector, it's not wide open, so there's good contact between the 2 connectors. And take it from there. Now, as far as I am concerned, the 2 keys that I have, this one and the one on the ignition, they were programmed to the car, so they should be good to go. So I am going to disconnect I'm going to disconnect this connector here, and I'm going to spray contact cleaner inside and put it back together, and let's hope we'll do the trick. If that doesn't work, I'm going to check all the fuses. I know that I should be checking the fuses first before I do anything else, but let me do this because it's easier and quicker. Now, how the system works is you put the key in the ignition. The coil picks up the information from the transponder. It sends it to the SMATRA. SMATRA is the here it is, sorry. This is the immobiliser box. Now the immobiliser box doesn't need programming, so what it does, it takes the information from the key that is sent by the coil, and then the SMATRA, or the immobiliser box, sends the key information to the ECU. And if the information the ECU receives is in this database, then he allows the petrol pump to kick in, and then he allows the car to start. So from my understanding with these cars, the problem usually is here. There is no good connection. So let me see if I can disconnect this now. Okay, great. Now this is the male plug, and this is the female plug. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to squeeze those openings closer, so when I put it back there'll be a good contact with these ones. And before I do that though, I'm gonna spray a contact cleaner just to make sure that there's no corrosion in here. It looks clean, by the way, but let's do that first and we take it from there. Okay, that's the contact cleaner I used. I sprayed some in here, I sprayed some in here. Everything looks to be nice and clean. Yep, everything looks to be good. Let me put these two together. And let's give it a go. Okay, I don't see the immobilizer light coming on to the dashboard. Okay. Turn the key on and let's see what we get here. All right, let's see on the immobilizer. Special functions, teaching. I know the passcode was given to me by the owner. It's 020902. Okay. Now teaching. Well, first key teaching. Continue. Okay. Key is invalid. Check the system. The key is invalid. Okay. Now password teaching and changing. That's the car has a password. You can change the password to it. Now the code I put in is the PIN code for the key registration, but the password is something different. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's nothing to do with the keys. Now the ECU and everything else has to be in neutral mode, which it is. And when we teach again, 020902, okay, let's teach the first key. Now key is invalid. Now I've checked the key and there is a transponder in it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get my other diagnostic tool and try and teach the key again. Alright everybody, we're going to try and program a key with the UTEL IM508. That's the car. Immo status scan. I'm sorry about the glare. I tried to get it as best as I could. I hope you can read the diagnostic tool. Well, by the looks of it, we have a problem communicating with the engine computer. Yes, there it is. We cannot communicate with the engine computer. Control unit. No, I don't need to read the immobilizer password. ECM immobilizer. No, I don't want that. We go back. What functions? Key learning. Okay, no communication. I believe that the ECU is locked for some reason. Now I have two options here. One of the options is to remove the ECU and read the EEPROM and generate a key from there. Again, that might not work if the problem is somewhere else. Or I think my best bet is to remove the ECU and do an immobiliser off. So if that's done, it doesn't matter if the key has a chip in it. It doesn't matter if the smart draw reads the key and sends information. I mean, it wouldn't, that process wouldn't happen if I remove the immobiliser from the ECU. So I'm going to speak to the customer, see what he says, and if it's okay for me to do an Immo off, I will remove the ECU and do that, and obviously I am going to try and record it. Okay, so that's it for now. I'm going to speak to the customer and we'll take it from there. All right, everybody, we're at home. I just set up my KTAC connections. This is the ECU, and bear with me a second. I'm going to take you to my computer screen now and see my KTAC. Here we go. We're going to go to the cars, and we go to Kia Picanto 2. This is my M7.9.8 ECU. I'll click OK here. There are instructions how to do it. Connect to the ECU. That's the pins there. Plus also I am using the positioning frame, and I have to use the CNF1 on pin number 6, which as you can see I did that already. Okay, and now we're gonna click OK. Now what I do first, I do a full backup, then I untick that, and I can do a backup of the macro and the EEPROM separately. Now I already went and did that, so let me show you the files. I did that so we can save some time. That's the macro, that's the off, that's Immo off on that. That's file, and that's file. I will show you what I did and remove the immobiliser off. That's the EEPROM. Let me see if I can find what do I need? I need the full backup, don't I? So I need yeah, there you go. That's the full backup. That's the macro, the maps, and that's the EEPROM. This file I modified it, and I'm going to show you what I did, so you know how to remove the EEPROM if you don't have any software to do so. Now if we go here, if we right click and copy this, okay, I'll copy that. I'm going to save that onto my desktop, paste it onto my desktop. Okay, so now I'm going to leave here. I am going to open up a hex editor. I happen to have, sorry, this is not the right one, CG Pro. Okay, I'm going to go here, hex editor. Let me try and see if I can get this in the picture. I'm going to open the file that I copied onto my desktop. Okay, which is that's the one there. Open that. Okay, now if we go down to line, let me tell you, let me see if I can, if we go down to line AC070, You don't see the A here, but is AC070 we're looking for here. Okay, 89 AC. Now the C comes after the numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 A B C. C070, it's further up. A B C, let me bring it up. AC070. Okay, on the seventh digit or byte, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The seventh digit is 01. We need to change that to 25. All right, that's all we have to do. That's the only changes for the immobilizer off. Obviously, we have something else to do on the car, which we're going to do that later when we get to the car, and I will show you what exactly that is. So that's the changes. We save the file. Okay, now I saved the file, and I am going to go and open the file again, just to make sure that we saved it correctly. My desktop. One moment. Yes, we're here. Where is that file? No. Okay. Let me go to my desktop and have a look, and I will come back. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to go to the hex editor again. Open the file. We should be able to find the file now. Let's go to a desktop, and we're gonna go down to micro ST. Open that up, and then we're gonna go down to the AC070. Yep, AC. There you go, AC070. And if we go to the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th byte, you will see that it's 25. It used to be 01, and we changed it to 25. Okay. Now what we're gonna do now, we're gonna write this file back to the ECU using KTAG, and then we're gonna go back to the car and plug it in. And I have said we have something more to do on the car. So when we get there, I will tell you what it is, and we go ahead and do it. All right, that's all for now. I'll see you at the car. Okay, everybody, we're back to the car. I temporarily put the ECU back on. I just put that nut in there. The reason I did this is because some cars, or some ECUs on some cars, they get their ground from the chassis of the car, and because I wasn't sure whether that's the case with this one, I just temporarily put one screw there just to hold it in place. Now if you remember, I said that we have something else to do on the car, and I haven't done it yet, so I'm gonna try and see if the car starts now, because I might not have to do it. What I had to do, according to the Immobiliser off program, if the car doesn't start, I need to go into the ECU and cut pin number, the wire of pin number 18. Okay, I didn't cut it yet. I just did that. I'm gonna go and see if the car starts. If it starts, I'm gonna leave it. If not, I'm gonna come back and we're gonna find pin 18 and cut it off. And that's basically it. Now, as far as we do still have the battery on, as far as this SmartRA is concerned, this is the Immobiliser box, is not plugged in. So if it starts without it, if it starts without it, I'm sorry. If it starts without it, I'm going to leave it out. If it doesn't, I'm going to plug it in and try again. So this is the moment of the truth. Now we got one key here. I'm going to try this one first. Okay. Lights on. And it started. Fantastic. We don't have to cut any wires. So there you go, guys and girls. All right. And girls. Now problem solved. Immobiliser off. The car, it's ready for the client. It took a while, but it's working. As I have said in the beginning, they've gone to, I think, 2 or 3 different shops and they couldn't do it. So there you go. All right, that's it. Nothing else to do. Any comments, just leave them behind underneath, sorry, the video, and I will reply to them. Bye for now.